Crawler/bug contemplations. Likewise, think about specialized variables. In the event that a site has a moderate association, it may opportunity for the crawler. Exceptionally intricate pages, as well, may break before the crawler can collect the content. On the off chance that you have a progression of registries at your site, put the most significant data high, not profound. Some web indexes will assume that the higher you set the data, the more significant it is. Furthermore, crawlers may not wander further than 3 or 4 or 5 catalog levels. Most importantly, recollect the self-evident, full-text web search tools such record text. You likely could be enticed to utilize extravagant and costly structure methods that either square web crawlers or leave your pages with next to no plain content that can be recorded. Don't fall prey to that enticement. Positioning dependable guidelines. The straightforward dependable guideline is that substance tallies, and that substance close to the head of a page means more than content toward the end. Specifically, the HTML title and the primary couple lines of text are the most significant piece of your pages. On the off chance that the words and expressions that coordinate a question happen to show up in the HTML title or first couple lines of text of one of your pages, odds are generally excellent that that page will show up high in the rundown of index lists. A crawler/insect internet searcher can put together its positioning with respect to both static factors, a calculation of the estimation of page free of a specific inquiry, and question subordinate elements. Qualities. Long pages, which are wealthy in important content, not haphazardly produced letters and words. Pages that fill in as great center points, with loads of connections to pages that have related substance, subject closeness, as opposed to irregular insignificant connections, for example, those produced by interface trade projects or expected to create a bogus impression of fame. The network of pages, including not exactly what number of connections there are to a page yet where the connections originate from, the quantity of unmistakable areas and the quality positioning of those specific locales. This is determined for the site and furthermore for singular pages. A site or a page is acceptable if numerous pages at a wide range of locales highlight it, and particularly if some great destinations highlight it. The level of the catalog in which the page is found. Higher is viewed as progressively significant. In the event that a page is covered excessively profound, the crawler basically won't go that far and will never discover it. These static variables are recomputed about once per week, and new great pages gradually permeate upward in the rankings. Note that there are favorable sarcastic location and adhering to it, so others can assemble connections to it, thus you realize that it's in the list. Question subordinate elements. The HTML title. The first lines of text. Query words and expressions showing up right off the bat in a page as opposed to late. Meta labels, which are treated as normal words in the content, yet like words that show up right off the bat in the content, except if the meta labels are obviously random to the substance on the page itself, in which case the page will be punished. Words referenced in the stay text related with hyperlinks to your pages. For example, if heaps of good locales connect to your site with stay text bosom disease and the inquiry is bosom malignant growth, odds are acceptable that you will show up high in the rundown of matches. Cover strategy on entryway pages and shrouding. Many web crawlers are against entryway pages and shrouding. They believe entryway and shrouded pages to be spam and urge individuals to utilize different roads to expand the pertinence of their pages. We'll talk about entryway pages and shrouding somewhat later. Meta labels, ask.com for instance. Despite the fact that meta labels are filed and viewed as standard content, ask.com claims it doesn't give them need over HTML titles and other content. In spite of the fact that you should utilize meta labels in the entirety of your pages, a few website admins guarantee their entryway pages for ask.com rank better when they don't use them. In the event that you do utilize meta labels, make your depiction label close to 150 characters and your catchphrases label close to 1024 characters in length. Catchphrases in the URL and document names. It's for the most part accepted that ask.com gives some weight to watchwords in file names and URL names. In case you're making a record, attempt to name it with catchphrases.